if you would spend the 15 minutes of coming into alignment about food before you put yourself in the place where you're actually eating the food, and you would do that consistently for about 30 days, try it and begin to watch what happens. If you've done the right warm-up for eating, in other words, before you put yourself before the banquets where you will eat tonight, do your vibrational warm-up. Spend at least as much time as you will spend in the eating of the meal, and by that we mean you'll actually have a less than 15 minutes all added together where you are actually putting something in your mouth, chewing it and swallowing it. In other words, it's not a very long period of time, even if you linger over a longer meal time. Usually, if you would spend the 15 minutes of coming into alignment about food before you put yourself in the place where you're actually eating the food, and you would do that consistently for about 30 days, try it and begin to watch what happens. And this is the sort of self-dialogue that we would have about it. We would say something like this: tonight I am going to be in an environment where I will have many wonderful choices relative to food, and I want to know that whatever I choose, my body will be just fine about. I like understanding that I have a body of trillions of cells who are all experts at knowing their work in my body, and I am so pleased that I don't have to have a board meeting where I instruct each one of them what they need to do while I slumber or while I walk. In other words, I'm happy that my body knows what to do, and I am consciously aware that my intelligent body is maintaining and doing a good job of keeping me in terms of physicality where I want to be. So tonight I know that I'm going to be in an environment where I will have a lot of choices, and I am looking forward to feeling the ease of the choices that are before me, understanding that there are no really wrong choices for me to make, that I have this resilient body, a body that understands everything about the content of the food that I'm going to be eating, that understands everything about converting the food that I'm going to be eating into the energy that I call my physicality. And it is pleasing to me to know that this is not something that I need to have concern about. I've got a body that knows what to do when I let it do it. So tonight I'm going to be aware and maybe different than I've been at other times when I've been eating. Each time I feel myself tensing a little bit over a choice that I might be making, I'm going to just relax and say to myself, there are no wrong choices here. There are no bad choices here. Everything that is possible here is within the comfort zone of my body in knowing what to do. I know that as I've been living life, I've created a picture of the way I want to be, most important of the way I want to feel, most important of the vitality I want to live, also important the way I look, the way I move, the way my body continues to be, the way I feel in my clothes. All of this I've been putting into vibrational escrow, and I feel confident that I've painted a picture that's complete and as I want it to be, and I feel confident that the cells of my body, who are vibrational, transmitting and receiving mechanisms, are fully aware of that image and are utterly compliant with it. So if I can resist my normal temptation to freak out over food, and instead I can replace that with an attitude of relaxing and confidence in my body's ability to manage and know what to do, then this will be, it is my plan for this evening, the most delightful and delicious meal of my life experience. I like taking myself out of the management of the cells of my body, which I've never had any control over. I don't understand metabolism. I don't know what they do. I don't understand the chemistry of my body. I've read all of those books and all of them are wrong. I don't know about that. But my body knows, and I trust my body. So these things I do know. I know that I've created a vibrational escrow, and I know that I have a body that I can trust, and I know that I'm going to be sitting before it a delicate delectable banquet with all kinds of things that are being offered to me, and I know that all is well relative to me and food. And if you would spend that much conversation with yourself 2 or 3 times a day before your meals, you would bring yourself into alignment with your food, and you'll become one of those that people will watch you and say, how in the world do you manage to live in a world of imbibing and consuming and maintaining? And you say, because I've turned it over to the aspects of my body that know what to do. I have gotten out of the way. I'm no longer trying to do things I don't understand, and in the process messing up the energy of the energy balance or alignment of my being. It should be a really good meal tonight.
It will.
Begin to get results. You begin to notice that the weight is coming off. You begin to get into the flow of it. You begin to feel better. Your energy increases. You want to move more. And then you get on the scale, which you haven't done for 30 days, and you say, wow, 15 pounds. And I wasn't doing any of that hard stuff. I was doing only the stuff that felt good. And look at the results I'm getting. And we say the results that you will get are because of your energy alignment.